Hello everyone and welcome to this Minecraft tutorial. In this video we will be building this lighthouse. You want to start by clearing out an area and marking out this 27 block diameter circle, which will be the widest part of the lighthouse. I will be building my lighthouse on the water, but feel free to build it on land if you would prefer. These are the materials we will be using to build the lighthouse, and as always you'll have some placeholder blocks left over at the end. Now let's get started. So taking our polished blackstone brick stairs, we're going to place them all along the perimeter of this circle, leaving out these three middle blocks. Next up, taking our polished blackstone bricks, I'm going to build a 3-high circle wall on the inside of our stairs. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm just simply going to place 3 blocks behind the stairs like that, all the way around. So now we're going to add in the top wall for a lighthouse base, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to be building another 3-high circular wall, and the way to do this is simply come in a block and up a block from your bottom wall, then you want to follow the shape of your bottom wall all the way around. Next, we're going to add a way for people to climb up the base of the lighthouse. So the first thing I'm going to do is, where we've left this 3 gap of our stairs, we're going to knock out this 3x3 section of our bottom wall. Then I'm going to extend our middle column here of our top wall all the way down until it reaches the water, like so. I'm then going to remove the bricks at either side of our top wall like this, and taking our polished blackstone brick stairs, I'm going to build a column of right side upstairs going all the way up the top of this middle column. So you should have something that looks just like that. And these basically act like we've made little ladders out of the bricks. But because this is Minecraft and they won't work as ladders, we're going to add some actual ladders in this middle column like so. Then on the inside we're going to add a couple of bricks just at the side of our stairs, just to close up any gaps. So it should be looking like that. And the final thing you need to do is add a little platform that people can stand on just here using our bricks. So that's a little ladder for people to climb up to the top of the base. Next up, we're going to add the floor where our lighthouse is going to sit on top. So the way to do this is we're going to take our spruce slabs and we're going to place them up against the top of our polished blackstone brick wall like so. And we're simply just going to go all the way around and fill in the entirety of this area. So now that we have our floor filled in, we're going to make the base a little bit safer to walk around. And the way I'm going to do this is taking some iron bars. I'm simply going to place our iron bars on top of our blackstone brick outline, and I'm going to make these 3 high. So once you've added in your 3 high iron bar walls, what you want to do is come to just in front of your ladder and knock out these 2 blocks here just so you can get in and out. Then in the other 3 sides, what you want to do is knock out all the iron bars in the middle, just like so you have a nice easy way to look out over your land. Next up, it's time to start working on the tower of the lighthouse, and to do this we're going to break it up into a few different sections just to make it easier. So starting at the very bottom on top of your spruce floor, you're going to want to mark out this circle that you see on your screen. Then once you've done that with your white concrete, you're going to want to build this up so it is a total of 5 blocks high. Next, it's time for the second section of our tower. So the way we're going to make this is we're going to come in a block and up a block with our white concrete. Then we're going to come in and around the outline of this circle here on the inside and create another smaller circle. So you should end up with a smaller circle on the inside that looks just like this. Then before we build it up, what you want to do is come into the sides and you want to remove all of these excess blocks. So then it should look like a thinner circle just like that. Then you want to build this section up 7 blocks tall this time. For the third section we're going to do the same again, so we're going to come in a block, up a block, then we're going to follow along the inside of the previous circle to create a new one. Then once you've completed your circle, you want to remove the excess blocks in the corners again. So you should end up with a circle that looks just like that. Then you want to build this section so it's 9 blocks tall this time. For the full section of the tower, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to come in a block, up a block, then just follow along this circle, making a smaller one on the inside. Then we're going to remove our excess corner blocks. So when you're finished, you should have a circle that looks like this, and this time you want to build this section up so it's 11 blocks high in total. And for the fifth and final level, we're going to do the exact same thing again, starting off with making our new circle, then removing our excess corner blocks. So you should end up with a circle like that. Then this time we want to build this so it's 13 blocks high in total. So now that we have our tower built, it's time to add in the little red swirl. So what you want to do is taking your red concrete, you want to line yourself up with your ladders. Then you want to come to the wall just at the left hand side, so it's a 2 wide wall here. Then you're going to want to replace 10 blocks of white concrete with a red concrete just like this. Then what you want to do now is every level up you want to come over a block, then build in another 10 red concrete. So you start to get this little stepping pattern just like this. And you want to repeat this going all the way up and around until you get to the very top of the 4th section. So now you've reached the top of the 4th section of the tower, what we're going to do now is we're going to repeat our swirl, but this time we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks along. So that's just because this tower is a little bit smaller. Then we're just going to repeat what we were doing down the bottom by coming up a block and in a block and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks and just continuing our swirl until we get all the way to the top of this final section. So once you've finished the swirl, your tower should be looking a little something like this. So before we continue with our tower, we're just going to add a couple little finishing touches to the base. So the first thing I'm going to do is line myself up with a ladder here. I'm going to knock out these 2 blocks of the tower and place in a dark oak door just for us to get in. Next up, on the floor of the outside of the tower, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go about and randomly knock out some of our spruce slabs, and I'm going to replace them with some cobblestone and mossy cobble. So once you've added in the cobble and mossy cobble, your floor should start to look something a little bit like this. Then with the remaining spruce slabs, we're going to replace them with just some normal andesite blocks. Next up, we're going to add the supporting column that's going to hold our stairs and the light up at the top of the lighthouse. So what we want to do is in the centre of the lighthouse at the bottom, mark out a 3x3 with your stone brick blocks. Then you're going to want to build this all the way until it's the same height as the top of our tower. For the staircase to get us up and down the lighthouse, what you want to do is taking your spruce stairs and your spruce slabs, you simply want to build up with your stairs alongside this middle pillar we just built. And whenever you need to turn a corner, you're going to want to use your slab to build out from your stair. And then taking your stairs again, you want to place this on the same level as your slab, just as soon as you've turned the corner. And you want to repeat this process until you're all the way up at the top of the pillar. Next up, we're going to put in a little walkway around the top of the lighthouse. So the first thing that we're going to do is taking our stone brick stairs, we're going to place these against the top row of concrete here, and we're going to place them upside down, and we're simply going to go all the way around joining up our stairs. So once you're finished, you should have this ring of stone brick stairs going around the top of the lighthouse. Then you simply want to take your stone brick slabs and you want to extend out 1 block from your stairs. Then once you've added in your ring of slabs, we're simply going to fill in the corners with another few blocks, just like so. Just extend this out to give us a little bit more space while we're walking around. So once you've added in your slabs and extended your walkway out, it should be looking something a little bit like this. Then we're going to finish up by taking some of the mossy variant of the stone brick blocks, and we're going to replace the normal ones with the mossy ones just to give it a bit more detail. Then to make sure nobody falls off and meets their demise from their little walkway, we're simply going to take some iron bars and place these all along the edge. Keep everyone safe. Now it's time for us to add in the light to the lighthouse, but the first thing I'm going to do is taking some spruce slabs, I'm going to fill in the gap here in the floor. Then coming to the stone pillar that we put in, I'm going to take some stone brick blocks again and build up 3 high in the centre. Then at the 4 corners, I'm going to build up 3 high with some stone brick walls. So this little structure here will be responsible for holding up the light, and I'm going to build up a 3x3 wall on each of the 4 sides. Then to finish it off, I'm going to come into the centre and place some redstone blocks just like so to light up the middle sections like that. So to finish off the top of the lighthouse, we want to put a nice little cover over our light just so it doesn't get damaged in any bad weather. So the first thing that I'm going to do is where we have our single blocks of concrete in each of the 4 corners up here, I'm going to build up a 6 block high pillar with our stone bricks. Then taking some stone brick stairs, what I'm going to do is at the bottom between each of our corners, I'm going to place some right side up stairs. Then I'm going to place some stone bricks in the centre just above them. Then above the stone bricks, I'm going to place some upside down stairs just at the top like that. And over at this section, directly ahead from our staircase, I'm going to leave this open because that's where we're going to put our door in. So your walls should end up looking a little bit like this. Then I'm going to take another dark oak door and come inside and place a door here just on the walls just to close off this little area. Then I'm going to take another stone brick stair and place that just above our door like so. And to finish off our walls, I'm going to take some glass panes and I'm going to connect the top halves of the pillars here with our glass panes all the way around. So once you've added in your glass, your finished walls should be looking something a little bit like this. Then to finish this area off, we're just going to add a little roof. So what I'm going to do is taking some stone brick stairs, I'm going to place our stairs all along the top of our wall. Then coming out from these stairs, I'm going to place some slabs all the way along just to give it a nice little bit of an overhang. Then switching back to stone brick stairs, I'm going to repeat the process of going in and up a block with our stairs and going all the way around until we meet in the middle. So once you've added in another 2 layers of your stairs, you'll have this little gap in the middle, and we're simply going to close that off with a slab just like so. Then to fully finish off this area, what you want to do again is taking some mossy stairs and mossy stone brick slabs. You just want to replace some of these just to break up the texture, and make sure you replace this concrete as well with your stone brick blocks. And all that we've got left to do now is add in some windows. So what you want to do is coming up to the second section of our tower. In the middle, you want to count up 1, 2, 3 blocks, then replace 3 blocks high here, and fill that gap in with some glass panes. Then coming up to the third and middle section, you want to come up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and knock out another 3 block gap just like that in the middle. Then coming up to our fourth section, you want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, knock out another 3 gap hole just like that. Then up at the final part of our tower, you want to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks high, knock out 3 blocks high again, and fill that with glass just like so. That's going to be where all your windows are going to be placed, and you want to repeat this at the other 3 sides of the tower. So now that we have all of our windows marked out, we're going to finish them off by adding in a nice wooden window frame. So taking your spruce trapdoors, you want to place them directly underneath your glass just like that. Then at either sides, you want to build up 2 high with your spruce fences. Then facing in towards the centre of the window with our spruce stairs, you want to place one of them right side up on top of the fence like so. Then you want to join up the stairs up at the top of the block with some slabs, and top it off with a slab just like that. And you want to repeat this design on all the windows all along the lighthouse. And there we have it, your very own lighthouse to keep all of your boats and ships safe. As I said at the start of the video, you can place a lighthouse on land if you would prefer, but for me, having it out in the sea helps make it a little bit more different and help it stand out a bit more as well. Another way to make the build different, you could look at adding a second swirl starting at the back of the lighthouse and make it go up in the opposite direction from the one we've done on video. Or for a bit of an easier change, you could look at swapping out the red concrete for a different colour such as blue. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more Minecraft content in the future. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!